Okay, 9:31 on Monday, August the 11th. This is talkSPORT Breakfast. Ali and Ray have been with you for 3.5 hours. We're in the home straight, my old son. Quick one, here we go. Tottenham Hotspur have approached Manchester City about signing Savinho, with talks underway between the two Champions League clubs. Ray, do you think that would be exactly what Spurs need?
Well, they need bodies, Spurs. I'm sure that the Gibbs White, they'd be disappointed at Gibbs White, because he would have been a great signing. I said at the time, he's always on the ball. He's so
like him, mate.
He makes things happen.
It's great news for Forest.
Oh, it's brilliant news for Forest.
Brilliant news
Absolutely
for Forest.
Fantastic for Forest that they keep him. So Spurs have got the money. They've got money to spend, but they've just got to get the right areas now. With Madison's a massive blow as well.
Oh, it's a blow.
I feel so sorry for him, because it was a big season for him as well.
Great lad, great player.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gutted for him. Absolutely gutted.
Again,
here's one for you, just to upset Everton fans. Would Jack be more suited going to Tottenham?
That should be on their radar. Definitely, he's a sort of player who can play in that number 10 role. I will put Jack Grealish. I think for me, he'd be number 10 for me, just behind the front. You can play him off the left, we know that, but I think you want to get him. You want to get him involved in everything, don't you? Do
you know what I think? The one thing about Jack, obviously playing off the left-hand side, see the one thing he gets you free kicks. He takes it in, it's tight, the ball's fight.
Yeah.
I think if you play him in that central area, the amount of dangerous free kicks he'd win as well.
Absolutely.
And he'd create, do you know what I mean?
But there's so many teams that really need bodies through the door. We mentioned it earlier. West Ham, they need a couple of more signings.
Absolutely.
Spurs,
a couple have been really quiet, haven't they?
Spurs, they're in that Champions League next year as well. And the format now, there's a lot more games, so you need more players. So I think look, it's going to be interesting the last 20 days of the window to see who makes the moves and whatever. But a few clubs will be waiting, and the supporters will be waiting for new signings, and Spurs are certainly one of them, and so are West Ham.
100%, mate. It's that time in the moment we put some of the day's biggest topics to our resident Premier League invincible Ray Parlour. All he has to do when asked this question is give us a yay or a nay and tell us why. So let's find out if it's Ray says yay or nay, says nay, as we play yay or nay with Ray today. Hooray! Topic 1, mate. 2 of Liverpool's summer recruits scored debut goals yesterday, but it wasn't enough to win the Community Shields. The £290 million spenders lost in penalties to Crystal Palace. Now, Ray, having won the league in his first season, is anything other than a Premier League or Champions League trophy a failure second time around for Arne Slot? Yay or nay? It's a good question.
Yeah, it is a good question. I would say nay. I think he's shown enough in that first season, that he's the right man for the job.
Yeah,
I think he's done a wonderful job. Everybody probably wrote him off before the start of the season. Everyone was talking about Arsenal, Man City to win the title after Jurgen Klopp's left, and it's big shoes to fill. And I think he's done a wonderful job. So I would say nay on that one. I think there's not a lot of very good top-class managers out there. If he did have a season where he comes second or third, I don't think that would affect anything. I think that they'll go into the market again and try and win it the following season. But look, they're still the favourites to win the title this year, and I'm sure they're going to have another brilliant season, Liverpool.
With you, mate. Agreed. Number 2, talkSPORT understands Tottenham have opened talks with Manchester City over a move for Brazilian winger Savinho. The player is open to a move, but City do not want to sell and would demand north of 50 million. As it stands, Ray, having missed out on Gibbs White and made no progress with Eze, has Tottenham's summer been a failure thus far? Yay or nay?
I would have to say yay, because they've got a lot more games to play. The squad is a little bit light. I think most Tottenham fans would see at least 2 or 3 new signings before the season kicks off, which it's sometimes difficult because it's like a game of poker, isn't it, Ali? I mean, clubs want top money for their players, and you're trying to get a better deal for your club. So I do expect a little bit more movement from Spurs before the end of the window.
Has to be. Sure. Has
to be. So at the moment, it is a yay, because I think Tottenham fans demand at least 2 or 3 players, especially because you're in the Champions League as well now.
Agreed. Right, quick one, and I know it's going to answer to this. Adrian Durham is back and dry today, and he's announced that Arsenal won the league. Do you agree? Is that a year or nay?
I'm going yay. I'm always optimistic anyway, Ali. I've said they win it last year, so but I think they've got they've got that striker now. He scored a really good goal the other day on the weekend. He will get lots of opportunities. And I think it could be the season. They've got to learn from their mistakes of the last couple of seasons. They need to be a little bit more luckier in injury-wise because they did have so many injuries last year. I don't know why, but they did. Key players out for key periods of the season, Saka especially. So if they can get that a little bit better, the injury record, then I think they've got an excellent chance, definitely.
This is my favourite, and I'm dying to know what you think of this. Topic 4. Fredos are in the papers this morning. You know the wee Fredos? Oh, come on.
What, sweets?
The wee chocolate bar.
Oh, I don't really eat chocolate bars, really. I'm not really into them. Go on.
No, they are.
Fredos.
Fredos are in the papers this morning. The creator's daughter has claimed that her father would roll over in his grave, by the way, if he knew how much the chocolate bar now costs. They've gone from 10 pence. I remember them when they were 2 bob, 10 pence. It says now to 30 pence. They're more than that. But a W.H. Smith in Carlisle was snapped showing them costing £1 whole pound. Pound. That's a disgrace. They were honestly, they were 10 pence. The question I'm asking you, should we put a cap on a price of a Fredo at maybe about 20 pence?
Yes. All day long.
That's it in a nutshell.
Yeah.
That's it in a nutshell. And
every single chocolate bar should be
10 pence.
Or whatever it is.
20 pence.
Do you remember the old pick and mix and all that back in the day?
I loved the pick and mix. I love it. You can see I enjoy a pick and mix.
Well, cinema's the best place to have a pick and mix. Man. Popcorn. You're a popcorn man?
They've shortened the size of the... See, Mars bars and that. They must be about 2 inches off a Mars bar, and they're up about a pound.
The only time I really eat chocolate is Christmas.
Yeah.
You know when you get the big tubs of sweets and you start eating a few, and you just get to... It's just too easy to eat them, isn't it?
Aye.
And what is your favourite chocolate bar?
Great shout. I don't think you can buy it. You can't beat a bar of whole nut.
Whole nut.
I like
I would have been Galaxy.
I don't mind that either. Galaxy. I love a Malteser, by the way.
A Malteser as well.
Malteser. So you're golfing today, mate?
I am indeed, Ali.
Enjoy.
I think I shot 5 over par last week.
That's good golf.
So, but I've got one of them lucky days.
Playing off about 8 or 9?
9. I was playing off 9 the other day, but I still didn't win. Can you believe that? I got 40 points and I still didn't win.
You're winding me up.
Got 43 won it.
That's some squad, that.
20. He's playing off 27 though to win. And Chambers, he's a little bit of a cheat as well.
Well, listen, I've loved it this morning. Enjoyed the golf, and hopefully catch up with you soon. It's been a great morning. We're just closing up at 9:58. Jeff, with a bit of luck, will be back tomorrow alongside me in the studio. But up next, it's Jim White, Simon Jordan, and the one and only Martin O'Neill. Thanks for your company this morning, guys.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.